Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Andrew Snorton out here at Crave Community Solutions and Status Network. Pre-game with the Gwinnett Stripers, and we're here with one of the team leaders, Delino DeShields Jr. How are you doing this afternoon?
I'm doing good. Just, enjoying the day.
Definitely. Walk through with us. Every player's goal is to work on their overall game. What would you say are areas that you've targeted that you feel like you're making progress?
I think the quality of my bats have been pretty good. I've been getting on base, and for a guy like me who gets on the bases, steal bases, and do those things, on base percentage is a really big deal. I've never really been concerned about average because average is, it's all about a little bit of luck, and you really can't control the outcome of your plate appearances or whatever. You can only control what you can control in the box, swinging at good pitches, your swing decisions, making quality contact, those things. So those have always been my focus. And so, one of the things that I feel like I need to improve on is maybe my slugging, but slugging to me isn't really like a huge part of my game. It's just a bonus if that's the case. I'm gonna give you good at bats, good base running, and play good defense, and that's kind of always been my focus. That's what's got me to the big leagues, and having me be a part of big league teams for a long time. So, the goal for me is just to get back there and contribute and help a team win hopefully win a World Series.
Okay. One of the things that we hear in sports is stay ready. Let our viewers know the importance of maintaining that focus and just staying ready.
Well, for one, you don't want to get an opportunity and get embarrassed. That's the one thing. And the second thing is just having a routine. That's just so important as far as the mental and the physical, because you never know when that chance is going to be. It could be here with the Atlanta Braves. It could be with these other teams. And if you go somewhere else, it's not like they really have a good look at you. Your real first look is really once they get their hands on you and you get in the lineup or on the mound or whatever it is. So just having that mindset of just being prepared and making sure your routine is good. I play with a lot of veteran guys, and I've seen it a lot as far as routine and preparation. So my dad played in the big leagues for a long time also. So, those are kind of the things that I live and die by. And, when you get on that bigger stage, there could be a little bit more pressure. And if you're prepared, then maybe that pressure won't be as big versus if you're not prepared.
One of the things you just alluded to, your father, Major League Baseball player, I'm sure that's part of your brain trust. Describe how important it is to have someone right there in your immediate family who can kind of give you tips, insights that will help you in your Major League journey.
Yeah, it's been huge, like coming up, even through the minor leagues when I was, coming up, prospect days. Just having him in my pocket, like you said, and he's always a phone call away, and he's a big league first base coach with the Reds right now, but he's always got his eyes on me. Like, we'll talk, and he'll mention some stuff. They got True Media and all this stuff where you can watch at bats, and even though he has other things going on, he's always got his eye on me and kind of critiquing things if he sees or hears anything, just kind of make sure that I'm continue doing what we've been doing pretty much my whole life, ever since I was 10 years old. Just as far as working and preparation and playing the game the right way, just those things. So yeah, it's definitely a benefit. I know that I've been fortunate to have somebody like that in my life to where I could just pick up the phone and call, and that's one of those things that I've never taken for granted. But it's definitely, even going back to just being in the big league clubhouse growing up and just knowing what that's like and kind of knowing my way around and not, I always tell people my first game in the big leagues, I felt like normal. You know, I think it was just because like I had been around it before my whole life. So yeah, it's definitely been a blessing having him in my life and just being there. Whenever I pick up the phone, need some advice, or you know, he'll call me if he sees something, like I said. So it's been good.
Okay. Last question, and you've got a wealth of knowledge, experience. What of the many things you've learned, what's one tip that you'd like to give to younger players, whether little league, high school, or even collegiate players?
One thing, to just have fun, to be honest with you. As professional athletes, we take a lot of pride in playing good and being the best that we can. And I feel like we kind of lose sight of sometimes just having fun and enjoying the game, a game that we played our whole life, you know. And throughout a long season playing, you know, in the big leagues, 162 games a year, if you lose sight of that fun, it's gonna be a long year, whether you're playing good or not playing good. So, you know, I always tell people to, you know, when they have kids who are wanting to aspire to play in the big leagues, just to never lose sight of that, because the game gets challenging and it gets tough, and you're going to be faced with adversity. And if you aren't having fun, then it's just going to be a long year. And another thing too is just learning how to fail. Also, you know, the game is a game of failure, and you know, I've played with guys who've never failed their whole life, and they get to a certain spot in their career and they start failing a little bit. They don't know how to handle it or how to bounce back, and it can set guys back a long time, just from that failure aspect of the game. So, you know, so those are two things. So yeah, have fun and just learn how to deal with pressure and failure.
Well, Delino, I tell you what, thank you so much for taking time out of your pregame routine to talk with us. Best wishes on tonight's game. Best wishes on the season.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.